Now, for 15 years, Ellie Simmonds devoted her life to winning gold, becoming one of Britain's most celebrated Paralympians.
But her career outside of the pool has been equally impressive. Ellie's most recent documentary, where she reunited with her biological mother, won her a BAFTA.
And tonight, she's back with another deeply personal show. Let's have a look.
My parents married quite young. They've got us, 5 of us in total, all adopted. And I hear from friends that the love you feel for your children is just indescribable. But then also, to look after a human is such a big responsibility, especially when disability comes into play. My birth mum got told that I had dwarfism. 2 days later, she gave me up for adoption. I'm so interested to find out, 30 years later, has that changed? How does my birth mum feel today? And what would I do if I were in the same position?
And Ellie's joining us now. How are you, Ellie? You
Yeah,
okay?
no, good, thank you. My mum has done so well with those archive footage. She's so glad she took all of those.
So did she send them all in and you saw everything and you were like, oh, my God.
Yeah, do you know when you watch it and you're like, oh, was that actually me when I was a youngster? But no, it was so nice because it's memories, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
So
gorgeous.
5 kids in the house.
Yeah, 5 of us in total. So, yeah, busy family, really. And
Yeah.
I love that. You know, I
Yeah.
love how there's always something going on and we're very family-orientated as well.
And so lucky to be surrounded by so much love as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hugely. And I think that's being on this journey with this documentary. Love is just the most important thing. And, I've grown up with so much love with my family, my parents and my friends, my family. And, yeah, you could see it with the footage and then talking about with my parents at the start of the documentary, just chatting to them about it and stuff. Because I was thinking about it, I was chatting with them about it. Like, when I was younger, I wanted loads of children. I wanted loads. I wanted about 6. Like, imagine me with loads of children. I need a big car. But now it's, definitely changes. But I think, yeah, just being able to talk openly about having children and also talking about children with a disability as well, because my family adopted 3 of us with a disability. So myself with dwarfism, my sister with dwarfism as well, and Pauline's got intellectual impairment as well too. So yeah, we've been growing up with different disabilities. So it's been really interesting on this documentary to find out what's it like when people get diagnosed with a disability? What is it? What do they go through? Because when my birth mum found out that I had a disability, the words that she received on that sheet of paper and the support was just nothing. She had no support whatsoever. So in this documentary, what we want to find out, has that changed? I think society's getting better, isn't it, with disability? We're getting more aware of it. But what's the language like?
Do you think we've still got a long way to go when it comes to that? Because I feel like fear is a massive thing, because you follow quite a few families in the documentary and their journey. And I think fear of the disability is what I noticed is the main thing. Very
much. So a lot of the parents and the women and the couples, it's that fear of the unknown. And I think that's normal, isn't it? I know the fear sometimes, you worry, don't you, about the future. And I think children is the fear of them growing up, living a fulfilled life, and the fear of maybe getting bullied, the money, it costs money to look after a disabled child, all that type of stuff. It's the fear of the future.
Yeah.
But I feel speaking to the David and Megan who got diagnosed, their baby, Karis, had Down syndrome. Yeah. But when they got diagnosed, they were so scared. He was worried about bullying. There's a moment in the clip where he talks about the fear of getting bullied, and we both get really emotional. It just really hit me because it's I've been given this amazing opportunity since swimming now to talk about disability and to use my platform. But what more could I do so that people don't have this fear? Representation is so important, and I'm so thankful the likes of ITV let me do this documentary and talk about disability. But it's you want to do more and more to help, because I'm so proud to be disabled and to represent that disabled community. But I just want people to live a great life.
I think the more you talk about things, especially now with the modern world and social media, and you can spread things around a lot easier, it's important to do that. But when you were saying about your mum back in the day, you know, there wasn't that much sort of knowledge and ways of sharing things and what have you. What did your mum get told?
So she she gave birth to me. She was on her own, single. We chat in the documentary, actually. But then the sheet of paper when she went to a geneticist was saying that achondroplasia is seen as perceived in the circus, we wouldn't have a good career because of all this type of stuff. And I think, gosh, that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's nothing,
not
is
long.
it? Like, that's crazy that's still, like 30 years ago is, like, I'm 30 now, but it's not that long ago at all. And to think that she got given that, and I think many reasons why she gave me up for adoption, that and being on her own, all this type of stuff. But, God, it shocks me still.
You can't put yourself, you know, in anyone's position, really, at the time.
No, you can't.
Emotionally, everything else, so
she did what she needed
exactly.
to do at that
she
time,
did.
didn't
She did.
And I know it's quite controversial, sort of, because you looked into PGT. If you can tell us a little bit about that, because it is, you know...
Oh, Paddy, I hope I do it well, because, you know, when you're on the documentary, you're learning so much science stuff. So I'm like trying
even you were saying it's quite a lot, because, I mean,
Yeah.
you were saying... It was saying so if you went with an average person and you got 50% chance of having an average child, if you went with someone who had the same condition, it's 25%, isn't it?
Yeah. So PGTM testing is, I don't know the long term, but it's genetic testing. So it's like IVF, but they pick the genes, the ones that don't have a disability, which is great because the likes of myself, if I make sure that I don't have double dose, so that's when two dwarf genes come together and the baby sadly just doesn't survive. But then also that eradicates dwarfism, you know, if we going down that route.
No.
And it just means that, like, it's great that it's there because it helps. Like, I speak to Levi and Lewis who have had PGTM testing on their third pregnancy because their second pregnancy they had to sadly abort because of the genetic condition that their baby had, and it was just not going to survive. So that was really, really sad. But yeah, PGTM testing it's selection, really. And again, amazing stuff that it's there, but it can also be very controversial because you're eradicating disability in a way. So it's like, gosh,
imagine if we never had Ellie.
Well, you know what I mean? Even with my own children with autism, you know, that's a, you know, I cannot even think about them being in my life and all the brilliant things they bring to my life. You know,
they enrich
and
your
that's
life.
what I mean. But you can never put yourself in that position at the time. And
yeah, you can't. Like, we all have choice, you know, at the end of the day. And I think whatever choice you make is the right one for you. But I think to celebrate disability, and I think that's why I'm so happy and proud of this documentary, to all the families that have opened up and shared their story, because they're all different disabilities. And life is amazing, isn't it?
It is
to
amazing.
Celebrate difference and celebrate so many different disabilities.
And you're amazing, BAFTA winner.
You.
I want to know quickly, have you decided whether you're going to have children or not?
Do you know what? It changes all the time because do you know when you're with your friends, and you see them with their children and they're exhausted, aren't they? You know, I like my sleep.
can I say, Ellie, I had a full head of hair when the kids were born. If that's any consolation.
I like my hair, so I want to keep
hold
on. Well, listen, Ellie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You can watch Ellie's new documentary, Should I Have Children, tonight, 9 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.